My name's Travis, and today I want to talk to you about the differences between virtual guitar lessons and in-person guitar lessons. Long before COVID was a thing, I have been teaching virtual guitar lessons. I've been doing it so long that I used to call it Skype guitar lessons, but everybody uses Zoom now. And it's been an amazing experience because I've worked with students from Thailand and France and many from England and Finland, Canada, Mexico, all over the US. And it's amazing to connect with people from all over the world. And in lots of cases, I've seen students, if I start teaching them in like 7th grade and work with them till they're in college, I basically see people grow up. It's like they're part of the family, and it's an amazing experience. So before getting into the technical differences, I just want to address the most important thing to look for in an instructor of any kind is the quality of the instruction. I take a Zoom Italian lesson every single week, and I picked my teacher because she had great testimonials, and after a couple lessons, I was speaking Italian. You want to find out, does your teacher have lots of great testimonials? Does your teacher have students that stay with them for years and years? Ask your teacher, have they toured with any artists you've heard of? Have they ever played on TV commercials or had their music placed in TV shows or movies? Ask which ones, These are all indicators of professional experience and that they have walked the walk. So now back to virtual lessons versus face-to-face lessons. Oftentimes, when I'm available for face-to-face lessons in LA or New York, my students will elect to do Zoom lessons, which is a testament to just the effectiveness of these lessons. They might decide, I don't want to deal with traffic or parking today, or I'm running late, let's just do Zoom. So sometimes I'm teaching a student who's a couple blocks away over Zoom. Don't get me wrong, there's something to be said about being in the same physical space with someone else, right? That is something, there's something to that. But especially during COVID, oftentimes we're both wearing a mask, we're 6 feet apart, there's a window open. It's not as personal of an experience as you might expect. And I think some students may expect that there's some sort of like physical contact, but there is none, right? We're at a distance. I'm demonstrating everything just with my guitar. So keep that in mind about the face-to-face lesson. Now, what about us jamming together? Typically, we're using backing tracks or drum machines or metronomes, things that will simulate an actual band versus doing a weird guitar duo which never happens in real life. I mean, we'll jam together for sure if we're in the same place, but the things that happen most often are you're playing with a singer, or you're playing by yourself, or you're playing with a trio or a full band. If you're a beginner, I want you to hear that backbeat. I want you to hear that simulate what it's like to be an actual band experience, and I'm listening to you play. Growing up, I had a lot of teachers that would just play the whole time. They would just show off, and I wouldn't learn anything. And anyone who's taken a lesson with me knows that it's all about you playing. It's all about me hearing you so that you can become the best guitar player you can be. The same materials that I use in a face-to-face lesson, backing tracks, supplemental materials, charts, all these different things are available to my virtual guitar students. So we use them in both places. While I wish I could fly all over the world to teach everyone in person, Zoom is really the most practical way to get the instruction that every student needs. The most important thing is the quality of the instruction above everything else. Thanks, and I hope that helped.